I still remember the sound of the restaurant door closing behind me that night. It was almost midnight, and the parking lot was empty, except for a single dark sedan idling near the curb. My phone buzzed in my hand. "Your Uber has arrived." The car on the screen matched the one in front of me. Same make, same color, same license plate. I hesitated for just a moment before pulling open the back door and sliding in. The man in the driver's seat didn't turn around. He just nodded. "Where to?" he asked. I told him my apartment complex. It was already entered into the app, but something about the way he asked made my skin prickle. His voice was calm, too calm. As soon as we pulled away from the curb, I felt a wave of exhaustion crash over me. My feet ached, my head throbbed. I just wanted to get home, shower, and sleep. I leaned my head against the cold window and watched the city lights blur past. That's when I noticed we weren't turning the way the GPS said we should. I think you missed the turn," I said, trying to keep my voice light. He glanced at the phone mounted on his dashboard, then shrugged. "There's construction," he replied. "This way is faster." Something about that answer didn't sit right with me, but I told myself I was being paranoid. People took shortcuts all the time. The streets grew darker. Houses were spaced farther apart. Streetlights were fewer and farther between. I unlocked my phone to check the map. We were going the wrong way. "Actually, it's taking you off route," I said, my heart beginning to race. "You need to turn back." He didn't. Instead, he pressed a button on his door panel. A loud clicking sound filled the car. The doors locked. My stomach dropped. "Why did you lock the doors?" I asked. "Safety," he said. That was when my phone screen flashed red. 1% battery. Panic rushed through me. I opened the Uber app and tried to send a safety alert, but the screen froze. Then the phone went black. Dead. No, I whispered. "Everything okay back there?" the driver asked, smiling faintly in the rearview mirror. "I need you to pull over," I said. "Right now." He kept driving. The houses disappeared. Trees replaced them. We were on a narrow 2-lane road with nothing but darkness on either side. My breath came in short, shallow gasps. "Please," I said. "This isn't funny." "You're almost there," he replied. But we weren't. He turned off the road and onto a dirt path. The car bounced over gravel and potholes. My hands shook so badly I could barely grab the door handle. "Stop the car!" I screamed. He laughed, not loud, not hysterical, just a quiet, amused sound. "Don't make this difficult." That was when I saw the clearing, an empty lot. No houses, no lights, just trees and shadows. He slowed down. I knew if the car stopped, something terrible was going to happen. I started pounding on the window. "Help!" I screamed. "Someone help me!" He slammed on the brakes. Before he could say anything else, headlights appeared behind us. Another car. My chance. The driver cursed under his breath and started to move forward again, but I flung my shoulder into the door with everything I had. The lock clicked open just as the car behind us honked. I fell out onto the gravel. I didn't even feel the pain as I hit the ground. I just ran. The dark sedan sped off, tires spraying dirt and rocks behind it. The stranger who had pulled up jumped out of their car and ran toward me. "Are you okay?" they asked. I collapsed into their arms, sobbing. Police arrived minutes later. I told them everything. The wrong turns, the locked doors, the woods. They pulled up the Uber record. The driver's profile had a clean photo, 5 stars, dozens of rides. But when they ran his information, their faces changed. He'd been reported before. Multiple riders had complained that he had taken them off route, that he made them uncomfortable, that he locked the doors. Uber had never removed him. They tried to find him that night. The car was never located. The account disappeared. No arrest, no charges, no answers. For weeks afterward, I couldn't get into any rideshare without feeling sick. Every time a driver took a wrong turn, my heart would start pounding like it did that night. Because I know what happens when a stranger behind the wheel decides you're not going where you thought you were. And sometimes, you don't get another car pulling up behind you. The party had ended hours ago, but the noise still rang in my ears as I stepped outside into the cold. My breath puffed white in the streetlight. My phone vibrated. Your Uber has arrived. A dark sedan pulled up slowly, headlights dimmed. I hesitated. Something about the car felt off. No music, no visible license plate. The windows were heavily tinted, but the make and model matched the app. I opened the back door. The inside smelled faintly of cigarette smoke and something metallic. The driver didn't turn around. "Name?" he asked. I told him. He nodded and drove. For the first few minutes, everything was quiet. Too quiet. No radio, no engine hum, just the faint click of the turn signal. I tried to relax. Maybe he was just tired. Then I caught his eyes in the mirror. He was staring at me, not glancing, not checking traffic, watching. "You okay?" I asked. "Yeah," he said, "just making sure I've got the right rider." A chill crawled up my spine. We passed my street. "Hey, that was my turn." "I know," he replied. "Just gotta do something first." He accelerated. My heart started racing. I reached for my phone. "Where are you taking me?" He didn't answer. Instead, he reached back and snatched my phone from my hands. "What are you doing?" I yelled. He rolled down his window and threw it into the darkness. "You won't be needing that." Panic exploded inside me. "You're not my Uber," I whispered. He smiled. "You don't look like the girl I was supposed to pick up." My stomach dropped. The car sped up. I grabbed the door handle. "Stop the car!" "Sit back," he said, his voice suddenly sharp. "You're safer that way." I unbuckled my seatbelt. Streetlights blurred past. I didn't think. I just jumped. The pavement slammed into me. Pain shot through my arm and shoulder. I rolled into the gutter as the car disappeared into the night. I lay there screaming until someone came running. Police later arrested the driver. He had been waiting outside the party for a different woman, someone he had been stalking online. I wasn't the target. I was the mistake. The app said my Uber was 2 minutes away. I watched a silver car pull up. Same model, same plate. I got in. "Hey," I said. The driver didn't respond. I told him my name. He started driving. 5 minutes later, I checked the app. The driver photo didn't match. My stomach tightened. "Hey, can you pull over?" I asked. "The door is locked." "You didn't verify me," he said calmly. "That's your fault." He demanded cash. When I refused, he drove into an alley. I was kidnapped by a man who wasn't even an Uber driver. Police later warned this scam was spreading nationwide. Criminals copy plates, stalk passengers, and wait. You get into the wrong car, and it becomes your last ride.
The Uber arrived at 11:47 p.m. I still remember the time because my phone battery was at 12% and I was counting every second until I got home. The night had been long. Too many drinks, too much noise, too many people. All I wanted was my bed. The driver's profile showed a smiling, middle-aged man with a clean rating. The car was a silver SUV. The plates matched. Nothing looked wrong. I slid into the back seat and buckled up. "Home?" he asked. "Yes, please." The doors locked automatically, and we pulled away. At first, everything felt normal. The radio played softly. We passed streetlights and gas stations. My phone rested in my lap, the map glowing. Then I noticed the route changed. The blue line on the screen rerouted itself. "Hey, why did it just change?" I asked. "There's an accident on the highway," he replied. "This is faster." Something in his tone made my stomach twist. He wasn't explaining, he was telling. We turned onto a darker road, then another. The houses thinned out. The streetlights disappeared. I sat up straight. "This doesn't look right," I said. He didn't answer. Instead, he turned onto a narrow 2-lane road lined with tall trees. Pine, oak, nothing else. No houses, no businesses, just darkness and forest. "Where are you taking me?" I asked, trying to stay calm. He laughed, a short, low laugh that made every hair on my body stand up. "Shortcut," he said. The car kept going. My phone buzzed. 10% battery. I quietly opened the emergency call screen. "Pull over," I said. "I want out." He glanced at me in the mirror. "No." My heart started pounding. I pressed the emergency call button. 911, what's your emergency?" "My Uber driver is taking me into the woods," I whispered. "He won't stop." The operator told me to describe everything I could see. Trees, mile markers, a broken road sign. The driver suddenly slammed the brakes. "Who are you talking to?" he demanded. I didn't answer. He started driving again, faster this time. The operator stayed on the line. "Police are on the way. Keep talking." My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold the phone. The road curved deeper into the forest. Then red and blue lights appeared behind us. The driver swore. He pulled over. Police surrounded the vehicle with guns drawn. "Get out of the car!" they shouted. I burst into tears as officers opened my door and pulled me to safety. The driver was arrested on the spot. Later, police told me he had previously been investigated for similar incidents, women reporting that he had taken them off route into remote areas. That night, I almost became another report, another name in a file, another girl who got into the wrong car.
These weren't ghost stories. These were real people in real danger, on real Uber rides. If you've ever had a creepy ride or something you can't explain, drop it in the comments. And if you want more true stories that will keep you checking your back seat, hit like, subscribe, and welcome to Story Time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new video drops. Until next time, my friends.